Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so as promised, the LA Lakers are going to be playing the Pacers, and I said I would make a video preparing us for that, as I always do. And today, this video comes a little later because I had other things going on in my life. I left a Laker noon video up there, kind of preluding my thoughts about what we got going on and how I feel about it. And now we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the responsibilities of knowing what we're coming into in regards to the Pacers. So Pacers have been winning. They've been winning a lot, man. They're on a 5-game winning streak, I believe it is. They will go from their furthest back game on 3/17 and work our way ahead. So on 3/17 they played the Minnesota Timberwolves, which ironically is the team they just saw last. Of course, the schedule makers been doing to them like they do to everybody else, having us see same teams over and over again. But yeah, they had their matchup with the in Minnesota Timberwolves, and it went into overtime. 132-130. Pacers did get the victory there. So let's get into the stats here. Team stats tell us 45% of shooting for the Minnesota Timberwolves, 44-97 from the field, and 48 out of 97 for 49% from the field for the Pacers. Pacers shot 37 threes, hit 17 of them for 45%. The Minnesota Timberwolves shot 42 threes and hit 13 of them for 31%. Both teams shot in the 80 percentile from the free throw line, 29-36 for the Timberwolves, 19-23 for the Pacers. 48 rebounds for the Pacers, 44 for the Wolves, 14 offensive rebounds for the Pacers, and that would be 9 for the Wolves. Yeah, so 28 assists for the Pacers, 25 for the Wolves, 11 steals for the Wolves, 7 for the Pacers, 7 blocks for the Wolves, 6 for the Pacers, 20 turnovers for the Pacers, 30 points conceded off of those. Very bad in that regard. 15 turnovers for the Wolves, 11 points off of those. You got 21 fast break points for the Wolves, 18 for the Pacers, 60 points in the paint for the Wolves, 52 for the Pacers. At one point, the Wolves were up by 8, and the Pacers 15. So the box score, what does the box score tell us about this game? Obi Toppin went crazy, 7 of 10 from the 3, 12 of 19 from the field, 34 points, 10 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, and 2 assists. Very good game from Obi. Jarace Walker, 3 of 8 from the 3, 5 of 12 from the field. His corner 3 is really nice. He has a nice form on his 3-point shot, Jarace Walker. I wonder if he'll get some minutes tonight. 5 turnovers in this game, 13 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds. Thomas Bryant, 1 of 7 from the 3, not so great, 4 of 12 from the field, 10 points, 2 blocks, 7 rebounds. He did some good stuff with the 2 blocks there. I remember both of those blocks. He was erasing stuff at the rim, so we need to be careful. Thomas Bryant getting minutes. Obviously, with this one, you didn't hear me mention their other center. He was out for this particular game. What's my man's name? Miles Turner was not available for this one, but I think he's back now at this point. So yeah, that's Thomas getting the start there, 33 minutes of play. Andrew Nembhard had 12 points, 2 turnovers, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from behind the arc. And Ben Mathurin, 6 of 17 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 22 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 3 boards. And you'll notice that we didn't mention their point guard as well, Halliburton. He missed this game, so they set some people in this one. You know, they didn't have Siakam out there either, and they still managed to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, playing a lot of their second and third string guys. Tony Bradley? I didn't know he was on this team. Tony Bradley's on the Pacers, apparently. We drafted him a long time ago and sent him to the Pacers, I believe it was, or to the Bulls, I think, that night. 12 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 9 rebounds for Tony Bradley, 5 of them offensive boards in 20 minutes of play. That's a pretty nice line for Tony. TJ McConnell, better be careful with TJ McConnell. 5 of 12 from the field, 11 points, 13 assists, and 4 rebounds. TJ was huge in this game, as he often is. Ben Shepherd, 3 points, 6 assists, and 6 boards on 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from behind the arc. And Q Jackson, I believe that's Quentin Jackson, Texas A&M product, 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from behind, 1 of 1 from behind the arc. He hit his 3. 13 points, 1 steal, 2 rebounds. And for the losing opponent, who was pretty much 100% healthy, although they didn't pay half of their young players, which I always complain about in regards to Minnesota, lost the game in overtime. 17 points for Julius Randle, 4 assists, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 5-11 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. Jaden McDaniels, 6 of 14 from the field, 1 of 6 from behind the arc for 13 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 assists, and 7 boards. Rudy Gobert, 1 of 2 from the field. 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 points, 3 blocks, 1 assist, and 7 boards. Mike Conley, 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from behind the arc, 9 points, 2 steals, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Ant-Man, 38 points, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. 9 of 24 from the field, 1 of 11 from behind the arc. 19 of 20 at the free throw line. Naz Reid, 9 of 16 from the field, 3 of 7 from the 3, 21 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 rebounds. Dante DiVincenzo, 5 of 11 from 3, 7 of 16 from the field, 19 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 4 of 8 from the field, 8 points, 3 assists, and 9 boards. And Jaden Clark got some minutes in this one. 9 minutes of play, 1 of 3 from the field, 2 points, 2 steals, and 2 boards. So yeah, close game. The Indiana Pacers were able to overcome ridiculousness from the officials in regards to sending Ant-Man to the free throw line on a poor shooting night, which is something we talk about continuously as we continue to study these stats. But this is probably the most glaring version of that ridiculousness that I've seen. So kudos to the Pacers for overcoming that. Lord knows the officials probably didn't want them to. So we'll just move on from that game. The next game that was played here was against the Dallas Mavericks, because of course, what is me watching highlights of a basketball game team without seeing a Dallas Maverick highlight somewhere plastered in there, right? So sick of this team. I see more of them than anyone else, Mike. This was a game where the Mavericks actually got the victory. No, they didn't, because it's, of course, Indy's been winning all of these games. Indy won 135-131, but it was a close game, as you can clearly see. High-scoring matchup. And let's see what the team stats tell us. 45 of 82 from the field, 54% for the Pacers. 48 of 88 from the field, 54% for the Mavericks. 11 to 27 from the 3, 40% for the Mavericks. 16 to 35 from the 3 for 45% for the Pacers. So there's a lot of hitting shots going on around here. 29 to 37 from the free throw line for the Pacers, 78%. 24 to 32 from the line, 75% for the Mavs. The Mavs won the boards 41 to 38. Mavs had 7 offensive boards, Pacers 6. 23 assists for the Mavs, 29 for the Pacers, 6 steals for the Mavs, 4 for the Pacers. No blocks for the Mavs, 5 for the Pacers. 13 turnovers for the Mavs, 22 points conceded off of those turnovers. 11 for the Pacers, 12 points conceded off of there. 15 fast break points for the Pacers to the Mavs 3. 50 points in the paint for the Pacers to the Mavs 58. Both teams fouled 26 times. The Pacers had a 16-point lead at one point. 11-point were blown. 11-point lead was blown for the Dallas Mavericks. So let's see who on the Mavericks went to work. Well, PJ Washington's back, so at least he was able to get in there and do some work. 9 to 18 from the field, 2 or 6 from behind the arc, 26 points, 1 steal, 5 rebounds. Kai Jones, Infinity Money, 18 points, 11 boards, 1 assist. 4 offensive boards, 8 and 9 from the field. He went crazy in just 24 minutes of play, man. Don't sleep on Infinity Money. Do not sleep on Infinity Money. He can really go. Naji Marshall having a career year, just out of necessity. 20 points, 3 assists, 9 rebounds, 8 of 15 from the field. Only attempted 1 3, did not make it. So Naji Marshall is getting into the paint and hitting people with teardrops and layups and stuff like that repeatedly. He has turned into a really good scorer in Dallas. Like I said, out of necessity. Kessler Edwards, 3 of 4 from the 3, 3 of 5 from behind the arc, 9 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. 21 minutes of play. Spencer Dinwiddie, 6 of 16 from the field, 2 of 7 from the 3, 17 points, 12 assists, 3 steals, and 3 boards. 12 assists for Spencer Dinwiddie. 42 minutes of play. He was on the floor the whole time. Max Christie, 6 of 11 from the field, 1 of 3 from behind the arc, 17 points, 8 boards, 1 assist, and 1 steal from our very own Max a Million. Dwight Powell had 15 minutes, 0-1 from the field, 3 assists, 1 a rebound. And Jaden Hardy, it was a Hardy party out there, man. 8 of 13 from the field, 3 of 6 from the 3, 24 points with a Kobe, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds for the Hardy party, man. in a losing effort. Pascal Siakam did come back in this one. 29 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 5 assists, and 1 board. 11 of 16 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3. Aaron Naismith, 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. 18 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 5 boards for Aaron. Miles Turner's back in this one. 9 points, 3 blocks, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds on 3 of 6 from the field, or 2 from 3. Andrew Nembhard, 7 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from behind the arc for 22 points, 8 assists, 1 block, and 3 rebounds. And Ben Mathurin, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal on 6 of 12 from the field, 10 of 12 from the free throw line for Ben. And of course, this one also did not have Halliburton. Obi Toppin, 4 of 6 from the 3, 3 of 4 from behind the arc, 13 points, 2 assists, and 4 boards. Jarris Walker hit a 3, 3 points, 1 rebound. Thomas Bryant had 7 points, 3 boards. 2 of them were offensive rebounds, 3 of 4 from the field, 1 or 2 from behind the arc. Thomas Bradley hit a shot from behind the arc. TJ McConnell, 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 3 points, 8 assists, and 2 boards. And Ben Shepherd, 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 5 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. So that's how I went for this particular game. High scoring matchup. Of course, forever undermanned Dallas versus somewhat undermanned Pacers. Pacers got the victory in the high scoring matchup. Now, the Pacers had to play the Brooklyn Nets twice. So you know I didn't have a whole lot of fun watching these highlights, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. You got 1 Mavericks, 2 Brooklyn, 2 Minnesotas. Not fun. But the Pacers are actually a fun team to watch. So they made something of all of these games. And this one was yet another overtime victory for the Pacers. They're winning close games, y'all. That's what this is telling me. It's going to be a very difficult game tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. But for now, we'll get into what they did with the Brooklyn Nets in the first matchup. The Nets shot 101 field goals, hit 36 of them for 35%. That is craziness. They hit 14 threes, but attempted 50 of them for 28%. Just hoisting. The Pacers shot 81 field goal shots, hit 35 of them for 43%. And 31 three-point shots, hit 8 of them for 25%. The Pacers got to the line 31 times, hit 27 of them. And the Brooklyn Nets got to the line 18 times, hit 13 of them. The rebounding total, Pacers plus 10, 57 to 47. 14 offensive boards for the Brooklyn Nets off all the missed shots. And 10 offensive boards for the Pacers. 20 assists for the Brooklyn Nets, 18 for the Pacers. God. I had to stop there. You attempted 101 shots as a team and only had 20 assists. Everybody was every man for himself. That is horrible. Absolutely horrible offense from the Brooklyn Nets, as currently stated in these stats. You attempted 101 shots, only got 99 points. 53s and only hit 99 points. That's absolutely and utterly ridiculous. Anyway, continuing on. 11 steals for the Brooklyn Nets, 10 for the Pacers, 4 blocks for the Brooklyn Nets, 8 for the Pacers. 25 turnovers for the Pacers, 24 points conceded off of those. 16 turnovers for the Brooklyn Nets, 23 points conceded off of those. Not a well-played basketball game for either one of these teams, really. 23 fast break points for the Pacers, 22 for Brooklyn Nets. Not surprising, given how many shots were attempted. They were moving very fast. 48 points in the paint for the Pacers, 42 for the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets fouled 24 times to the Pacers 21. Pacers at one point had a 6-point lead for which they won by, and the Brooklyn Nets blew an 11-point lead in this game. So yeah, the box score will tell us something. Who knows what it's going to actually say. Wilson, 0 of 3 from the 3, 0 of 4 from behind from the field. 1 rebound, accredited to his name in 19 minutes of play. Zaire Williams, 8 of 15 from the field, 6 of 12 from 3, 22 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, and 5 boards. That's pretty good shooting from Zaire, man. He's kind of found a rekindling of his career out there in Brooklyn. Got to keep an eye open for that young fella. Nicholas Claxton, 3 of 5 from the fields, 14 boards, 6 of them offensive boards, 6 points, 2 blocks to go along with it. D'Lo, 7 of 22 from the field, 3 of 12 from the 3. My God, man. 22 points, 1 steal, and 6 assists and 1 board. Keon Johnson, 6 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. 1 of 6 from 3, 2 of 12 from the field. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Trenton Watford, 6 of 11 from the field, 15 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 5 boards. Our guy, Max Lewis, yes, sir, getting some minutes in Brooklyn, 8 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 2 boards. 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from behind the arc. I like seeing an efficient game from Max Lewis. His development seems to be going pretty well. Noah Clowney, 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 7 from behind the arc. You know I hate watching Noah Clowney's stats. It's just the most hideous thing to me. 10 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds. He shoots so many threes, I don't get it. Deron Sharp, 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from behind the arc, 6 points, 2 blocks, 2 assists, and 9 rebounds. And Tyrese Martin, 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3, 4 points, 2 steals, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. They're not hurting the tank mission. I will say that about the Brooklyn Nets. The way they go about their offense, they're going to lose games. You can count on that. All right, so this is a big Ben Mathurin game. 28 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, 16 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds for Ben Mathurin. 10 of 17 from the field, 2 of 4 from the 3. Huge stuff. Andrew Nembhard, 9.6 turnovers, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from behind the arc. Miles Turner, 8 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from the 3. For 23 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 5 blocks. That's a big game for Miles Turner. Aaron Naismith, 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 14 points, 2 steals, 6 rebounds for Aaron Naismith. And Pascal made his return. Or did he play in the last one? I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, 2 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from behind the arc. 6 points, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 6 boards for Pascal. Obi Toppin, 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from behind the arc. 7 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 3 boards. Jarris Walker, 1 of 3 from 3, 3 of 6 from the field, 8 points, 1 assist. Thomas Bryant had 3 points, 2 blocks, and 3 rebounds, 1 of 3 from the field in 13 minutes of play. TJ, 1 of 3 from the field, 7 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, and 1 board. Ben Shepherd did not score, 0 of 6 from the field, 0 of 6 from the field, 0 of 4 from the 3, but did have 8 boards, 2 assists, and 1 steal and 1 block in this game. And Quentin Jackson, I believe his name is Quentin, right? Quentin Jackson, yeah. He got 4 minutes of play and was able to get a rebound. So that's how this game went. Just like a real tank job from the Brooklyn Nets. Not pretty. And then they had to turn around and play the Pacers again. And the Pacers, of course, beat them again. 108-103. Let's see what this game was about. The Brooklyn Nets, 43% from the field, 39 of 90. The Brooklyn Nets, 15 of 43 from the 3, 34% there. The Pacers, 40 of 84, 47% from the field, 11 of 35 for 31% from the 3. Pacers got to the line 21 times, hit 17 of them for 81%. And the Brooklyn Nets, 58% from the free throw line, 10 of 17. They lost by 7, missed 7, lost by 5, missed 7 free throws. It's a thing. It's a thing in this league. I'm telling you, I got to hit them free throws. The rebounds, 48-44. The Brooklyn Nets run that. 11 offensive rebounds for the Nets, 6 for the Pacers. The assists, plus 12 for the Pacers, 32 and 20, 32-20. The Pacers had 5 steals. Nets had 6. The Pacers had 6 blocks. Nets had 1. Both teams had 15 turnovers. 16 points conceded off of those for the Nets. 22 conceded those off of those for the Pacers. 21-8 was the fast break differential pro Pacers. 54-48 was the points in the paint differential pro Pacers. And the Pacers at one point had a 20-point lead. And the Nets at one point had a 1-point lead. All right, so who played in this game? What went down? Well, the Brooklyn Nets had Jalen Wilson shoot a little better, 5 of 12 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3 for 13.6 rebounds. Cam Johnson came back against this Pacer team and had 8 of 17 from the field, 3 of 7 from behind the arc, 20 points, 5 assists, and 9 boards. Nicholas Claxton, 9 points, 4 assists, and 10 boards, 5 of them offensive rebounds, 4 of 9 from the field. Tyrese Martin, 3 of 7 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 9 points, 5 assists, 4 boards. Keon Johnson, 17 points, 3 steals, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds, 7 of 14 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3. Not a bad game for Keon. Trenton Watford, 9 of 14 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. 26 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds for Trenton Watford. Max Lewis, 0 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. 2 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds for Max. Noah Clowney, it's consistent, man. 2 of 10 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, 5 points, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds. It's every game with this dude. Deron Sharp, 1 of 3 from the field, or 1 from behind the arc, 2 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. So yeah, that's how I went for the Nets in a losing effort against the Pacers. And the Pacers had Pascal attempt 20 field goals, hit 10 of them, 1 of 5 from the 3, 26 points, 6 assists, 3 boards there. Aaron Naismith, 2 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 6 points, 1 block, 1 assist, and 3 boards. Miles Turner, 8 of 14 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3, 22 points, 1 a steal, and 8 rebounds. Andrew Nembhard, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 5 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. And Tyrese Halliburton made his return in this one. 5 of 13 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, 16 points, 12 steals, 8 rebounds, and 12 assists, 8 rebounds, and 1 steal. Forgive me. Obi Toppin, in 18 minutes of play, had 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Jarris Walker did not score, but did have a assist and 2 boards. Thomas Bryant had 2 points, 2 rebounds, 0 of 2 from 3. TJ McConnell, 4 of 5 from the field, 8 points, 2 steals, 4 assists, and 4 boards for TJ. Ben Mathurin returned to the bench, 5 of 9 from the field, 13 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 assist, and 4 boards. And Ben Shepherd did accomplish getting a board in this game, and a turnover and a foul. That's about it there. And yeah, man, Pacers beat a Brooklyn team, and I'm sure Brooklyn's very pleased to lose, man. Ain't no way around it. They definitely don't want to win these basketball games. No way they do. So let's keep it pushing. Our 5th and final game we did homework on was yet another game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I know the Pacers are sick of seeing these teams, man. 119 to 103 was the total there. The Pacers got the victory in Minnesota, and they handled Minnesota pretty easily in this one. 46 of 94 from the field for 48% for the Pacers. The Wolves also shot 48% as well, 44 of 91. Pacers shot 37% from the 3, 13 of 35. Wolves 25% from the 3, 9 of 35. Pacers hit all their free throws, 14 of them, and the Wolves missed 4 of them, 6 of 10 for 60%. A lot of rebounds in this game, 46 for the Pacers, 45 for the Wolves. Both teams had 9 offensive boards, 30 assists for the Pacers, 26 for the Wolves, 9 steals for the Pacers, 5 for the Wolves, 5 blocks for the Pacers, 3 for the Wolves, 17 turnovers for the Wolves, 15 points off of those conceded, and 12 turnovers for the Pacers, 9 points conceded off of those. Both teams had 15 fast break points. The Wolves had 66 points in the paint to the Pacer 50, and the Pacers at one point had a 22-point lead, and the Wolves never got it. Never got a lead in this game. All right, so what is going on? In the losing effort, the Minnesota Timberwolves had Julius Randle go 3 for 7 from the field, 0 of 2 from behind the arc for 9 points, 2 assists, and 6 boards. Jaden McDaniels had 6 points, 1 block, 1 assist on 3 of 7 from the field. Rudy Gobert, 8 of 12 from the field, 16 points, 16 rebounds, double-double there, 3 assists, and 5 offensive rebounds for those 16 boards. Mike Conley, 3 of 7, I can't get my numbers right, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from behind the arc for 7 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 5 assists for Mike. And Ant-Man, 7 of 19 from the field, 1 of 11 from 3. He did that again. Are you serious? He did that again. 1 of 11 from 3. This time at least he got to the line reasonably. 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 17 points, 1 steal, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. I'm telling you, man. I know they went to the Western Conference Finals last year. But I really can't stand their coach, man. I really can't stand their coach. If they just replace him with somebody else, I think you get more out of Ant-Man, and you definitely get more out of that bench because he don't play them. So they're not going to fire their coach. Don't get it twisted. They're not going to. But the solution is right there. It's right there. Is this type of crap against the same team? He does the same thing. 11 attempted threes, and he hits 1 of them. Who's actually talking to Ant-Man? Is anybody talking to this person? Anyway. Josh Minott, another player that I think should be getting all the minutes in the world somewhere. I wish Josh Minott played for Charlotte or Washington. he would show people he could really go. He showed me that in the preseason, and we ain't seen him since. He had 5 points, no missed shots, 2 of 2 from the field, 1 of 3 from behind the arc. As a Laker fan, just go get Josh Minott. He ain't going to cost nothing right now. Bring him to your team, and he's going to be a fantastic power forward 3 years from now. Go get him. Luka Garza, same thing. Getting 3 minutes in this game, 1-on-1 from the field. Luka Garza started this season in some of the best shape I'd seen anybody reinvent their body, and this coach ain't using him at all. Luka Garza and Josh Minott can really go, both of them. You ain't going to see him on the floor. Naz Reid, 8 of 13 from the field, 3 of 6 from the 3, 20 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Bones Highland, barely got any minutes, 2 minutes, 1 assist. Another player is rotting away on the Minnesota Timberwolves bench. I don't know who this dude think he is. Is he Thibodeau? Does he think he's Thibodeau? You're not Thibodeau, bro. Anyway, Dante DiVincenzo, 4 of 13 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3, 9 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists for Dante. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 2 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from the 3, 6 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 2 boards. Jalen Clark, UCLA, 3 of 5 from the field. Give me just a second, I'll tell you what else he did. 2 steals, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds for Jalen Clark from UCLA. And, of course, Terrence Shannon gets 3 minutes in this game. 1 assist accomplished. And Rob Dillingham got 3 minutes in this game. Do you have any idea how much talent Minnesota has on their bench? I could argue their bench has more of an upside than their starters do in a lot of these cases. I totally think Terrence Shannon going to be just as good as Jaden McDaniels. I totally think Rob Dillingham going to be just as good as Mike Conley. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Josh Minott could potentially be as good as Julius Randle at his highest development. Like, I just can't stand what they're doing out there. Anyway, the Pacers, who this is all about, had Pascal go for 14 points, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds, 6 of 16 from the field, 0 of 3 from behind the arc. You got Aaron Naismith going 7 of 9 from the field, 3 of 3 from behind the arc, 17 points, 1 assist, and 7 rebounds for Aaron Naismith. Really, really high efficiency game there. Miles Turner, 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 7 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, and 9 boards for Miles Turner. Poor shooting night there. Andrew Nembhard, 3 of 7 from the field, 0 of 1 from behind the arc. 6 points, 2 steals, 5 assists, and 3 boards. Tyrese Halliburton, 9 of 16 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. 24 points with the Kobe, 11 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 4 rebounds. Obi Toppin, 7 of 10 from the field, 6 of 9 from the 3. 20 points, 1 assist, 1 board for Obi on a great shooting night. And let's see, who else? Jarris Walker hit a shot, had 2 points. Thomas Bryant, 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from behind the arc. 6 points, 2 steals, 2 rebounds. T.J. McConnell had 10 points, 1 steal, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. 5 of 10 from the field. Ben Mathurin, 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 3 from behind the arc for 11 points. 1 steal, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds. And Ben Shepherd had 2 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds on 1 or 2 from the field. So that concludes the stats of this particular game. Minnesota just not playing the players that likely would have won this game for them. Just not playing them. Not playing them. If they play the people they didn't play, they probably win the game or at least get closer than 103. So, yeah, Minnesota irritates the hell out of me, man. We saw a lot of stuff that irritated the hell out of me in these highlights. As you clearly can see, what I was watching, I was not fond of. I had something to complain about in probably each and every one of those games because there's just certain things that are consistent when you start studying numbers like I've been studying. And you follow my videos, you see what it is I've been seeing. Some of this stuff is consistent, man. And when it comes to the problems of the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're consistent. When it comes to the Noah Clowney overshooting and missing everything most of the time, very consistent. Certain stuff you're just going to see a lot of, and these are things that we're seeing in these highlights and these stats. So that's pretty much that, man. The Pacers are a team that hasn't lost very much. They're scoring a lot. They got a deep squad. They're healthy. They've been healthy for a little while now. Of course, Tyrese had missed a couple games. They would set some people with the rest. But when it's time for them to suit up, they suit up, and they're ready. So I don't really like us tonight. The way that we've been playing, how we've had trouble with some of these athletes and stuff like that. I don't think we're ready for a speed demon type squad like the Pacers, to be honest with you. I don't. They're not worse off than the Chicago Bulls. I think the Pacers are actually better than Orlando, and we just lost to both of those teams on their home courts. So I'm concerned. Andrew Nembhard, plays well against the Lakers. Aaron Naismith plays well against the Lakers. Pascal is an all-star. Miles Turner was supposed to be a Laker. It never happened. I'm sure he's not very pleased about all that. Tyrese Halliburton is Tyrese Halliburton. It's just a lot of stuff pointing against us tonight. Obi Toppin's in a nice rhythm right now. TJ McConnell is a problem every time he's on the floor against anybody. For any reason, he's going to be a problem. So it's not the greatest matchup for the Lakers when you have cement shoes on, played like 11 games in the last 20 nights, not much rest. It's a lot of different things that are pointing against the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. I don't like us tonight. I'm just going to be honest with you. Rarely do I feel as bleak as I do going into this basketball game. But right now, if we play like we've been playing these last 2 games, we're going to continue on the same streak we've been on. We have to do some things differently. And I don't know that our problem isn't just guys being tired and not necessarily conditioned properly to be running in the NBA right now. So if that's going to be the problem, then it obviously hasn't been settled because we only have 1 day rest. And we got a game tomorrow against the same team that just beat the hell out of us in Chicago. So I don't know if the Lakers are going to rest people tonight or tomorrow. I'm not really sure. But I don't like this. I don't like nothing about this matchup tonight. Everything looks bleak. So that's what I have to say. The Lakers are wearing those. Pacers are wearing these with the really special alternate floor that's going to be down there. Real bright alternate floor we're going to see all night long. And hopefully we can find a way to just have a good game. We can use a big Austin night. He goes for 35 points. Something like that would be really big for us. We need LeBron to step back into his rhythm, feel like himself again. We need that type of thing to happen tonight in order for us, in my opinion, to have a big game tonight. Maybe we can get a big game out of somebody that we're not expecting it from, but it's going to be incumbent upon us to come out there with some energy in order to defeat a team that plays at a high pace. It's not a great defensive team, but has players that can play well. You don't want a guy like Ben Mathurin going off like he did in one of these games that we just saw stats on. You know what I'm saying? The Pacers have a lot. They are a playoff team. They're not world beaters per se, but they're on the high end of average, if you ask me. On the high end of average. This is a team that was in the Eastern Conference Finals just a year ago. And so, it's gonna require us to play a lot better than we've played over these last couple of games in order to defeat them. And they're playing for something just like the rest of these teams have been playing. They're 42-29. And they are 3 games behind the New York Knicks, 2 games ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks. So they got to win these games to try to give themselves the best opportunity to keep that 4th spot at the very least. With Detroit hot on their tail, tied with the Bucks, they need to win. They can't afford to be dropping games against a Laker team or anybody else. Meanwhile, your Lakers in 5th place, 43-28, dropped 3 of our last. We've only won 3 of our last 10 games. On 3-game losing streak. That points per game versus opponents' points per game thing. We're slowly but surely approaching 500 again after finding ourselves above 500 in that stat after being below it for like a good portion of the year. So we're headed back down to where we were before we were confident in our squad, man. Before we made the trade for Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic or whatever you say, however you say that. We're starting to find ourselves in that space where we, expect to lose. And then we got to figure ourselves out, man. Golden State Warriors, luckily enough, have lost games. Clippers lost games. Minnesota has been losing some. Sacramento's losing. So the teams behind us have not been doing good. Phoenix is on a 4-game winning streak, but they're not in a risk to really take anything from us. Now the teams ahead of us have been winning. Of course, OKC is killing everybody, 7-win streak. But we're not in competition with them. Nobody is. Houston's been beating everybody, but they're in a soft part of their schedule, so I expect that. Denver's been struggling a bit. Memphis been struggling a bit. We see them coming up very soon after the Chicago game. So, we need to win, man. I don't know how we're going to win these games. I don't think this is a great matchup for the Lakers. I expect the pace to be very high. I expect the Pacers to have strength on their bench that maybe we're not going to be able to tap into tonight. And Tyrese Halliburton's looking like himself for the first time in almost a year. So it's just a lot of stuff that makes you feel really bleak about this game, man. Our point of attack defense has been especially poor as of late. A lot of that has to do with rest and conditioning. So, when you're going up against a Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, and guys like Aaron Naismith who constantly driving at you, Mathurin healthy, constantly driving at you, it's a lot, man. We got a lot to deal with tonight. I do not like this game for the Lakers, especially since it's on the road, 4:30 matchup. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put no money on the Lakers tonight. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, but I just think that some of the issues that we have right now are not things that we can really do a whole lot about. Rest and recovery and guys being out of rhythm and not having their continuity going. I don't know that you can find that while you're on the road with 1 day's rest with a back-to-back ahead. I just don't think that that's how that works. You need a 3 days off type of rest with some practices in between to kind of tweak some of these issues. And I think that's what the solution is. And unfortunately, we're just not going to find that. So we got to go out there and do the best we can, man. We'll see what our team can do. But we also seen what they look like in these last 2 games. And that's what we cannot look like if we expect to beat a Pacer team that's even better than them teams there. So that's pretty much what it is, man. A lot of times when I feel this bleak, we get a win. So hopefully this is another one of those. If we were to track how many times I felt this bleak going into a basketball game, I'm pretty sure I don't have a winning record in that way. So that should encourage everybody. We usually win games like this when I feel this bad. So that's how I feel, man. The injury report has not changed since the last time I looked at it, but we will take a look at it again just to be certain that it still says the same thing right now. This doesn't really make any sense, but I think you get the point. Rui Hachimura, game-time decision. LeBron James, game-time decision. Maxi Kleber, out. Isaiah Jackson, out for the season. Everybody else is expected to go for the Pacers. So, both teams are fairly healthy, but what does that actually mean for the Lakers if we're choosing the wrong people to put on the floor and leaving them out there to look their worst? So that's what JJ's going to have to get his act together, scheme against this Pacer team some type of magical way, have something special, specific for their strengths, to attacking their weaknesses or what have you. We're going to have to really have a good coaching night tonight, in my opinion, schematically to overcome some of the issues that we have. But what I can say is the urgency to win basketball games probably hasn't been this high for this group until now. This is probably the highest, is basically what I'm saying, for a Luka LeBron team. So, I expect those two to come out and try to play strong. Austin Reeves got to get in where he fits in, since we haven't found a way to get him to fit in with those two. We got to work on that somehow. And my key of the night is if Rui's going to play, man, he has to attempt more than 9 shots, or at 9 or more. It has to be a good set of attempts for Rui, because if we're asking him to go out there and just run, play defense and all different types of stuff like that, you're not going to get nothing out of Rui. He has to be attempting shots. So that's pretty much what I got, man. I encourage everybody to check out the video I made earlier today. We talked a lot about what we want to see, and I think it's relevant for this video as well. So that's pretty much what I got to say, man. The game is, in 4 hours from now, something like that. It's 12:49. The game's at 4:30. So we're going to be ready, man. Hopefully our guys are getting rest. That's really what it's about, and hopefully our coaching staff is scheming up something special for those Pacers. So that's pretty much what I got to say. My name is BDL44. I thank you all for watching, and I'm out.